When Jesus taught his disciples how to pray, he says, this is how you're going to pray. Hallowed be thy name. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be your name. That's the first thing. So sometimes in the congregation of cows, God is looking for someone who will bring the fattest one to do sacrifice for him. And human beings by our make, we don't give anybody the best in our lives. Like, nobody does it. Nobody does it. Including me that I'm talking to you. And how you get to know it is that out of your income every year, who gets the lion's share? It's you. It's me. Nobody does it. And God knew that. That's why he called the 10% for himself. Say, by force, bring this one by 2 last. Because he knows that if he doesn't make that 10% by force, nobody will bring anything. So God himself had been looking at the cows. They are the fat one. Who, I wish we would be telling Gabriel. I wish somebody would burn this lamb for us, this cattle for us. And nobody brought it. And when it came to the day of sacrifice, Abel just went and took it and burnt it for God. You know, God was pleased. God is usually pleased when people do sacrifices for him. Even if they don't ask him anything like Solomon. Just appear to him. God, Solomon didn't pray any prayer. God just, what should I do for you? God, through Elisha and Elijah, I think was it Elijah now or Elisha, when that woman, the woman of Shunem, catered for them, God, through Elisha, asked, he said, what shall be done to her? The woman didn't ask anything. God usually responds like that. And that's how God responded to Abel and blessed him. And Cain was very wroth. If you read Malachi, you see what happened in the case of Cain. The Bible also described it. It says, when you look in among your cattle, say you saw the good one, you didn't bring it. Then you went and looked for the cattle that the horn has broken. Or cattle afọ́jú tójú ẹ̀ kan ti fọ́, ètètè ẹ̀dìdì tó ń funkun nínú. That's the one you now brought and offered to God. He said there are people who do that. God said, I will not receive that kind of sacrifice. That was what Cain did. And you know, in a funny way, the Holy Ghost was trying to. I think one of my former pastors demonstrated. He says, well, when you have cattle and then you are the shepherd, they will be, all of them will love you. They will be coming to you. Now, even when you want to take one of them for sacrifice, all of them will be coming near you. He says, when Cain wanted to choose, all the big things were coming to him. He would just, if you are like a correct human being, you don't want to pick the best one. So as big fat one was coming to him like this, he would push it, say, don't come, don't come. Another one, don't come, don't come. So in the case of Cain, he was dealing with yam tubers, plantain, banana, pomegranates and things like that. So when he will look like this, he will see yam that is big, like the map of Africa. He will do his eyes like this. I didn't sit down. You know, plantains that one is big like that. He said, no, I didn't sit down. So he now went and saw all this crummy something, plantain that looks like banana, and all this yam tuber that look like cassava, that looks like plantain. He just went and carried that one and went and gave it to God. God says, no. You don't understand what I'm saying. That's why, I preach some messages. I say, well, there are certain things nobody can help you to do. Because where God starts measuring you is when you are deciding things in your heart. That's when God starts measuring it. That's where God is not deceived by somebody coming to prostrate and say, Baba, Babala, and then roll. God sees your heart. What is inside it? That's what God judges in relationship. That's why there are some people you think should have been elevated, should have been up there, but God sees all the physical things you are seeing. There are some churches where they have rules and regulations. Many people like those kinds of places because you'll be taking the more you follow the rules, like rules of churches where they tie something. Sorry, it's not about you. Tie something. Once the party man fi gba okun lọ́dọ̀ pastor, ta fi promote the leader, I'm a tired, and then be judging people. One day I saw some people in one bus stop. I've never forgotten. I don't forget some funny things. In Lagos, they wear cap. They wore cap of their church uniform and they put member of prayer. Because he can know the equations that even in spite of its intervention, this guy will not agree. He will not follow me. That I will intervene. There are times when God intervenes and people will agree. And there are times when he intervenes and people still don't agree. And say, no, I will do this one I want to do. That was why God was able to make that kind of statement. That the Bible says, a day with God is like 1,000 years. And 1,000 years is like God. God can see the future and he knows people will not agree with him. Maybe before, Peter was not going to agree. Peter was going to go back to fishing. And he says, I've interceded for you. I've interceded for you. So, but it's still not impossible that Peter will still not agree. Do you know that eventually, then Peter and all their group will still not fulfill the work for Jesus? He still had to go out of the way and choose a Paul who was not part of the original. How sweet will it have been? Because they had issues with Judaism in their spirit. They could not preach that message to the Gentiles. He had to go and pick somebody who was liberated in his mind and could do it. Are you following what I'm saying this morning? So nobody should say, well, so actually, where you equate and summarize the issue of Esau and Jacob is that it's just a manifestation of roles. God gives different roles. He can choose someone be a leader and this one be the second leader. That doesn't mean that somebody says that he says he has made a husband the head of the house. Did he make the woman the tail of the house? Because the way some people treat their wife, they treat them as tail of the house. Treat your wife as tail of the house. You will marry many women because you never enjoy your life. God didn't say that they are the tail. If we make you the head in our lives, in your life now, which part would you like to be? Only the head. The head has only few functions. See, mouth, and then hearing. The remaining body has many other things. The remaining body has many other things. So, if we agree that the man is the head and the woman is the body, it means that, thank God, God even did it. Physically, it means that you never reproduce. Because reproduction is not in the head, it's in the body. And many other things. You say, well, you say, I'm head. I will think. Think for what? When you think, which hand will you use to do your thoughts? Which legs? I will eat. Which stomach will the food go to? Or am I just only be? Or I can't a day last on the die. So it's roles. The husband is not more important. He didn't say the husband is more important than the wife. No. In fact, in the scheme of things, women are more important. No, that's not a political statement so that mommy can make my meat to be bigger when